We're not going to waste any time today. Dale Murphy owned the 1980s. Am I trying to say that there was no one better than him during this era? No. But was he on another level? Absolutely. Before we get into the video, make sure to comment below who you want to see talked about on the channel next, because this video would not have been possible without this comment. As always, if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. Dale Murphy was born on March 12, 1956 in Portland, Oregon. Dale was a catcher throughout high school and finished his high school career with a bang, hitting .465 his senior year. His coach for American Legion and high school baseball was Jack Dunn, a family friend. As he says, "I always knew he was something special." Does everyone who knows a good ball player say this? Maybe. But Dale Murphy from a young age showcased his natural ability that would translate to the big leagues one day. Arizona State University was looking to recruit Murphy to play college baseball for Tempe, and Murphy committed to play for their ball club once his freshman year rolled around. But instead, the Atlanta Braves swooped in and selected him with their first pick, drafting him 5th overall in June of 1974. Dale Murphy was introduced to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints from teammate Barry Bonnell in the minor leagues. He would convert to the religion as he was raised Presbyterian. This would set the foundation for Murphy's career and for his life as a whole. Religion became a very important part of who he would become. It helped to place an emphasis on his family and to remain humble as a professional baseball player. His minor league career, while brief, was underwhelming, but that's to be expected from a high school ball player who needs to adjust to professional pitching. Murphy got his first chance at the big leagues in September of 1976 and played in just 19 games. The following year, he spent a majority of the season in AAA and found some success in the 18 games he spent with the Braves' big league club. 1978 was Murphy's first full season in the major leagues, and it didn't really go that well. He led the league in strikeouts and batted just .226 to pair up with a 20% lower than league average OPS+. Dale Murphy in 1979 started off battling a lot of pain in his left knee, and eventually returned to put up a very solid season. He posted a .113 OPS+ and cut down on the strikeouts big time. Once the decade turned, Dale Murphy became a force to be reckoned with. 1980 to 1987 was Dale Murphy's prime. From age 24 to age 31, Dale Murphy averaged 33 homers, 96 RBIs, 16 stolen bases, an .891 OPS, and a .140 OPS+. There's a 2-year stretch from 1982 to 1983 that's particularly notable that I would like to highlight. While 1980 was Murphy's true breakout season at the big league level, 1982 was where Murphy reached another level. He played in all 162 games, hitting 36 dingers, driving in 109 runs, stealing 23 bases, and batting .281 to go along with a .142 OPS+. He made the All-Star team and went on to win his first career Gold Glove and Silver Slugger award, both awards he would win as an outfielder, where he spent the majority of his career. As a result of his stellar performance on both offense and defense, Murphy was in the thick of it when it came down to the MVP race. In the end, he was able to barely edge out Lonnie Smith, who finished second in the MVP voting. In my book, it was a well-deserved win for the Murph. In 1982, it almost felt like Dale Murphy was on a quest to collect all of the Infinity Stones. With this season being a career of first in terms of accolades and achievements, naturally, Murphy was able to play in his first postseason of his career. Unfortunately, it would be his lone appearance in October baseball, but nonetheless, he got there. He went 3 for 11 in the series, but otherwise wasn't incredibly productive in the 3 games he played. In the end, the Braves didn't stand much of a chance against the Cardinals, who would go on to not only sweep the Braves, but would battle and win in 7 games against the Milwaukee Brewers to win the World Series. After an MVP season, certainly it would be hard to exceed already high expectations for the following season. Dale Murphy, however, somehow surpassed the already high bar he set for himself just a year ago, and put up a season in 1983 that is nothing short of impressive. He posted a 7.1 WAR, hit 36 dingers for a second straight year, drove in a league-leading 121 runs, led the league in slugging and OPS, and posted a .149 OPS+. For the first time in a full season, Murphy got his batting average over 300. Once again, Murphy played in all 162 games, his second straight season to do so. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, Dale Murphy would add his name to the 30 homers, 30 steals club, stealing 30 bags that year, getting caught just 4 times. For his efforts, Murphy made the All-Star team, won a Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, and naturally took home the MVP again, making him a back-to-back winner. There have only been 13 players in the history of baseball to win back-to-back MVPs, and Dale Murphy from 1982 to 1983 became one such player. Besides RBIs and stolen bases, there aren't a lot of counting stats from this season that are career highs for Murphy. A season of this magnitude would typically be a defining year for most ballplayers, but later on you'll see that Murphy's level of play continued to improve throughout the entirety of his prime. When you have a 2-year stretch like the one Murphy had from 1982 to 1983, what else is there left to prove? Maybe try cementing yourself as a top defender, elite offensive performer, and showcasing durability that would make Cal Ripken very pleased. Yeah, that's a high bar to set for yourself. Dale Murphy the following season somehow was able to one-up himself in certain aspects. He posted a career-high slugging percentage and led the league in homers for the first time in his career. He would also lead the league in slugging and total bases. And of course, he played in all 162 games again for his 3rd year in a row. Murphy finished top 10 in MVP voting, finishing 9th, which is kind of disrespectful considering that 2 relievers finished above him. He made his 4th All-Star team and picked up his 3rd Gold Glove and 3rd Silver Slugger this season, making it the 3rd year in a row to win both awards. 1985 was the 4th and final season that Murphy would play in all 162 games, but don't get the wrong impression. He was still able to play in 150 or more games a year following this season. The mini Ironman stretch, as I'm going to call it, ended with a bang. Murphy scored a league-leading 118 runs, picked up 185 hits, the most of his career, hit 32 doubles, a league-leading 37 dingers, 111 RBIs, walked more than anyone in the league, and posted a 152 OPS+, a number better than both of his 2 MVP campaigns. This was also the 4th and final season for Murphy to win both the Gold Glove and Silver Slugger in the same season. He would make the All-Star team, and in MVP voting, finished 7th. 1982 to 1985 was nothing short of spectacular. With that being said, you can look at 1986 one of 2 ways: that it was a huge disappointment, or that even in a down year, Murphy was still considerably better than most. His 121 OPS+ is by no means terrible, and he still hit 29 homers and drove in 83. He won his 5th straight Gold Glove award, made the All-Star team, and finished 21st in MVP voting. Like I hinted at earlier, Murphy's consecutive game streak ended at 740 games on July 9th in 1986. The following season, Murphy was on a mission, no pun intended, to go on a redemption tour, and he would do just that. Dale Murphy would blast a career-high 44 homers, driving in 105, stealing 16 bases, walking a career-high 115 times, batting .295 with an OPS nearing 1,000, and an also career-high OPS+ at 157. His 7.7 WAR for the year was the highest of his career. 1987 is Dale Murphy's quote-unquote forgotten year. It was a year in which he put up quite possibly the greatest season of his career, yet would receive little to no recognition for his efforts. Murphy finished 11th in MVP voting, and in my opinion, there's a strong case to be made that he deserved to win that award. And if not, he should have finished higher than 11th. Andre Dawson, who won the MVP, led the league in homers and RBIs, but he wasn't as valuable a player as Dale Murphy was. Other candidates who are more qualified than Dawson include the likes of Tony Gwynn and Eric Davis. Gwynn led the league in WAR, hits, and batting average, hitting an absurd .370. Wow. And he never won an MVP for his career. Davis didn't lead in any significant categories, but he did tally a near 8 WAR for the season. Dale Murphy's 1987 unfortunately would become the end of his incredibly dominant prime. If we were to focus on his true 6-year prime from 1982 to 1987, then you really start to understand just how amazing Dale Murphy was in the 80s. He averaged 36 homers, 105 RBIs, 18 stolen bases, 28 doubles, a .289 average, .913 OPS, and a .145 OPS+. If I were to come up with a player comparison to Dale Murphy that currently plays in the major leagues, I'd have to go with Bryce Harper, and that may seem like a long shot, but hear me out. They're both outfielders, albeit Murphy played center field more than he did right field, and both players at one point were a catcher. Murphy averaged 30 homers and 94 RBIs for his career, and Harper has averaged 33 homers and 96 RBIs. They both have 2 MVPs, and on some level had the ability to steal bases, especially earlier on in their careers. Harper has averaged 14 a year, whereas Murphy averaged 12. Bryce Harper's career 143 OPS+ mirrors Dale Murphy's prime, where he posted a 145 OPS+. Although in the case of Harper, it's more impressive considering he's done it in 5 more seasons and counting. I will admit though, they are by no means identical twins like the Robinsons. I'll put the link in the description if you haven't watched that video yet. With that being said, let's summarize the events following Dale Murphy's incredible 1987 season. While he was still able to be an everyday player the next 4 years, the numbers he once put up offensively fell off a cliff. It came to the point where Murphy's name was brought up in a lot of trade rumors leading up to the 1990 season. The trade wouldn't occur until 97 games into the season, when the Braves would partner up with the Phillies to send Dale Murphy to Philadelphia. While the Phillies were optimistic about Murphy finding his stride for his new team, the results opposed that wishful thinking. Don Mattingly and Dale Murphy shared a collective string of bad luck when it came to playing for winning clubs. When Mattingly retired, the Yankees won the World Series a year after his retirement. The following 2 seasons after Dale Murphy was traded, Atlanta would win back-to-back pennants in 1991 and 1992. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse for Murphy, the Phillies had given up hope on him and placed him on waivers just 2 days before the start of the 1993 regular season. That same year, the Phillies would ironically match up and beat the Braves in the NLCS to win their first pennant since 1983. Murphy's former teammate on the Braves, Pete Smith, had this to say about the king of the 1980s during the height of Dale's career. "I've learned a lot from him. He's the best I've ever been associated with. There's only one Murphy. There will never be anyone like him to come along for his franchise. That's because he was the franchise." For Murphy's last big league season in 1993, he signed on with the Colorado Rockies, who were playing in their inaugural season as an MLB expansion team. Murphy would play in just 26 games that year and didn't put up any numbers worth noting. After his baseball career, Murphy would go on to start a foundation that promoted honesty and opened the door to conversations regarding the dangers of taking PEDs. Along with that cause, Murphy has also raised money for the charity Operation Smile, a non-profit organization that performs surgery on children born with a cleft palate. In 2017, Murphy opened up his very own restaurant in Atlanta, called Murph's. In 18 big league seasons, Dale Murphy hit 398 homers, tallied 2,111 hits, 350 doubles, and drove in 1,266 runs. While Murphy has not earned a Cooperstown nod yet, that doesn't mean it can't occur in the future courtesy of a Veterans Committee induction. In my opinion, I can see it going either way. Murphy had a Hall of Fame prime that feels underappreciated, and while that doesn't necessarily warrant a Hall of Fame induction, it certainly should always be remembered. Maybe if he'd won that elusive 3rd MVP, or had a couple more seasons to get him closer to 2,500 hits, this part of the video would look a lot different. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on the video. Make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.